The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. Your purpose is not just a job or a career. It's a calling from God that inspires you to make a difference in the world. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking, don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. The purpose of life is to contribute in some way to making things better. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Values are like fingerprints. No bodies are the same but you. Leave them all over everything you do. Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive and then go do that. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. When things go wrong, don't doubt them. It's not how much you have that makes people look up to you. It's who you are. When I was a boy, I always saw myself as a hero in comic books. And in movies, I grew up believing this dream. I hope I didn't bore you too much with my life story. I'm trying to keep a level head. You have to be careful out in the world. It's so easy to get turned. Don't criticize what you don't understand, son. You never walked in that man's shoes. Animals don't hate, and we're supposed to be better than them. A live concert to me is exciting because of all the electricity that is generated in the crowd and on stage. It's my favorite part of the business, live concerts. I was an overnight sensation. Truth is like the sun. You can shut it out for a time, but it ain't going away. I learned how important it is to entertain people and give them a reason to come and watch you play. I'm so nervous. I've always been nervous, ever since I was a kid. Do something worth remembering. They put me on television, and the whole thing broke loose. It was wild, I tell ya for sure. Sad thing is, you can still love someone and be wrong for them. I never expected to be anybody important. I was training to be an electrician. I suppose I got wired the wrong way round somewhere along the line. I've tried to lead a straight, clean life, not set any kind of a bad example. Those movies sure got me into a rut. The Lord can give, and the Lord can take away. I might be herding sheep next year. People think you're crazy if you talk about things they don't understand. Whatever I will become will be what God has chosen for me. Rhythm is something you either have or don't have, but when you have it all over. If you let your head get too big, it'll break your neck. More than anything else, I want the folks back at home to think right of me. From the time I was a kid, I always knew something was going to happen to me. Didn't know exactly what. I'd just like to be treated like a regular customer. It's human nature to gripe, but I'm going ahead and doing the best I can. The image is one thing and the human being is another. It's very hard to live up to an image, put it that way. Where could I go but to the Lord? I knew by heart all the dialogue of James Dean's films. I could watch Rebel without a cause 100 times over. The Army teaches boys to think like men. Just because I managed to do a little something, I don't want anyone back home to think I got the big head. Ambition is a dream with a V8 engine. Man, I really like Vegas. I was an only child, and mother was always right with me all my life. I'll never feel comfortable taking a strong break, and I'll never feel easy smoking a cigarette. I just don't think those things are right for me. To judge a man by his weakest link or deed is like judging the power of the ocean by one wave. I don't know anything about music, and my line, you don't have to. I think I have something tonight that's not quite correct for evening wear, blue suede shoes. I like to sing ballads the way Eddie Fisher does and the way Perry Como does, but the way I'm singing now is what makes the money. Rock and roll music, if you like it, if you feel it, you can't help but move to it. That's what happens to me, I can't help it. Some people tap their feet, some people snap their fingers, and some people sway back and forth. I just sorta do 'em all together, I guess. I'm not trying to be sexy, it's just my way of expressing myself when I move around. Until we meet again, may God bless you as He has blessed me. Thank y'all very much. I'm not trying to prove anything with my music. I don't want to be a figurehead, I just want to be an instrument of God. I don't want to be just a memory. I'm just a simple country boy at heart. My work is my life, I put everything I am into it. I'm not the kind of person who tries to be cool or trendy. I'm definitely an individual. I'm just an ordinary person who has become a king. I'm not trying to be sexy, it's just my way of expressing myself when I move around. I'm the king of rock and roll, but I didn't invent it. I'm just an entertainer, that's all. I try to give my audience little of what they came for, a little of what they didn't expect. The only thing that can change my mind is a better idea. I don't think I have ever been as relaxed on stage as I am now. I just want to be remembered as a good performer. I'm just a simple country boy at heart. I'm not a politician, I'm just an entertainer. I've left my mark, and I hope it's a good one. I'm just an ordinary person who has become a king. I'm a one-man army.